Hello, dear students. Once again, today our topic English within English speaking country. The other broad grouping is the use of English within the English speaking world. In what Broad Kochru calls the most influential model of the spread of English is Broad Kochru model of where English is. In this model, the definition of English is captured in terms of three concentric circles of language. First one is expanding circle, next one is outer circle, third one is inner circle. Inner circle is representing USA and UK. Outer circle is representing Indian Nigeria, and other representing is expanding circle. The inner circle countries such as the United Kingdom and the United States. United Kingdom UK, United States US. This use of English is generally by refugees, immigrants and their children. It also includes the use of English in outer circle countries, often former British colonies and the Philippines, where English is an official language, even if it is not spoken as a mother tongue by a majority of the population. In the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, this use of English is called ESL, TESL, ELL. ESL, this term has been criticized on the grounds that many learners already speak more than one language. A counter argument says that while A, for example, in the phrase A, second language means there is no presumption that English is the second required language. TESL is the teaching of English is the second required language, or we can say TESL is the teaching of English as a second language. There are also other terms that it may be referred to in the US, including ELL, English language learner. In the UK and Ireland, the terms ESL has been replaced by ESOL and EAL. ESOL. Basically, ESOL is the abbreviation of English for speaking of other language. In these countries, TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other language, is normally used to refer to teaching English only to this group. In the UK and Ireland, the term EAL normally used to refer teaching only to this group as an additional language. The term ESOL is used to describe English language learners who are above statutory school age. Other acronyms were created to describe the person rather than the language to be learned. The term limited English proficiency LEP was first used in 1975 by the Law remedies following a decision of the US Supreme Court. ELL, English Language Learner, used by United States government and school system, was created by James Keffer of Institute of Language and Education Policy in an effort to label learner positively rather than ascribing a deficiency to them. Recently, some educators have shortened this EL language learner. Typically, students learn this sort of English to function in the new host country. Emigrant within the English system, if a child to find and hold down a job, if an adult, or to perform the necessities of daily life, like that cooking, taking a cab, public transportation, or eating in a restaurant, etc. The teaching of it does not presuppose literacy in the mother tongue. It is usually paid for the host government to help newcomers settle into their adopted country. Sometimes a part of an host government to help newcomers or explicit citizenship program. It is technically possible for ESL to be taught not in the host country. Particularly in Canada and Australia, the term ESD, English as a Second Dialect, is used alongside ESL, usually in reference to program for Aboriginal peoples in Canada or Australians. The term refers to the use of standard English by speakers of a Creole of non-standard variety. It is often grouped with ESL as ESL, ESD. Next one is umbrella terms. Basically, umbrella terms, all these ways of denoting the teaching of English can be bundled together into an umbrella term. Unfortunately, not all of the English teachers in the new world would agree on just only a simply single term. The term TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other language, is used in America English to include both TEFL and TESL. This is also the cause in Canada as well as in Australia and New Zealand. British English uses ELT, English language teaching, because TESOL has a different, more specific meaning. Difficulties for learners. It is reality. When we learn new thing, there are different difficulties come in our learning because it is a tough task. So, language teaching practice often assume that most of the difficulties that learner face in the study of English are a consequence of the degree to which their native language differ from English. A constructive analyze approach. A native speaker of Chinese, for example, may face many more difficulties than a native speaker of German because German is more closely related to English than Chinese. This may be true for anyone of any other tongue, also called first language. Normally, abbreviation L1, basically our first tongue, or we can say mother tongue, is called language 1 or basic language. It is called first language, abbreviated L1, language 1. Setting out to learn any other language called a target language, meaning by second language L2. Language learner often produce error of syntax, vocabulary and pronunciation thought to result from the influence of their language 1. It is not easy because it is a learning process. In learning process you can't learn anything so easy. But some learner think it is very easy for learning, such as mapping its grammatical pattern inappropriately onto the L2 language 2, pronouncing certain sound incorrectly or with difficulty and confusion items of vocabulary known as false friend. This is known as L1 transfer of language. Some students may have problem due to incoherence in certain rules. Some words of example could be a noun or a verb depending on the word placement. For instance, in here is one sentence: I am suffering terribly. Suffering is the verb. In this sentence, suffering is the verb. But in my suffering is terrible, there it is a noun. However, both sentences expresses the same ideas using the same words. Next one task is pronunciation. Pronunciation is the most important thing in the learning process for learning new language. This section contains IPA phonetic symbols. Without proper rendering support, you may see question mark, boxes or other symbol instead of Unicode characters. English contains a number of sound and sound distinctions not present in some other language. Speakers of language without these sound may have problems both with hearing and with pronouncing them. Phonemic contract of here I am showing the pronunciation word I with I beat versus bit vowel of y with y, full versus full vowel, and of the word a with a, bet versus bet vowels is rare outside northwestern Europe. So, unusual mergers of exotic pronunciation such as bet for bit may arise. Note that bit is a pronunciation often used in England and Wales for bet, and also in some Dialects of American English. Northern city vowel shift and pin pen merge. Grammar, tense, aspect and mood is most important in for learning language. English has a relatively large number of tense, aspect, mood, form with some quite subtle difference, such as the difference between the simple past I ate, the sentence I ate, and the present perfect I have eaten. Progressive and perfect progressive form add complexity. Every sentence has own complexity. Functions of auxiliary. Learners of English tend to find it difficult to manipulate the various ways in which English uses auxiliary verb. These include negation, emigrante, he has not been drinking, inversion with the subject to form a question, has he been drinking? Short answer, yes he has. He's questioning, has he drinking? Short answer is yes he has. And tag question, has he? Has he? Here representing has he is a tag question. A further complication is that demi-auxiliary verb do, does, did is added to fulfill these functions in the simple present and simple past, but not to replace the verb to be he drinks too much. Does he? But he is an addict. Is he? Modal verb. English has several modal auxiliary verbs, each with a number of uses. These verbs convey a special sense or mood, such as obligation, necessity, ability, probability, permission, possibility, prohibition, or intention. These include must, can, have to, need to, will, shall, ought to, will have to, may, and might. All are modal verb or auxiliary verb. Idiomatic usage is most important, we can say, step or character who is used in learning process. Idiomatic usage. English is reputed to have a relatively high degree of idiomatic usage. For example, the use of different main verb forms in such apparently parallel constructions as try to learn, help learn, try to learn, help learn, and avoid learning possess difficulty for learners. Another example is the idiomatic distinction between make and do. Make and do. Basically, it is a clear idiomatic distinction between two words make and do. Make a mistake, not do a mistake. It is very clearly. Hope so students are understanding. Make and do. Make a mistake and not. Do not do a mistake and do a favor, not make a favor. Do a favor, not make a favor. Next one is article. Article, without article, or we can say without article and without parts of speech, we can't complete our paragraph of a sentence. It is an essential part for learning and it is a basic thing after learning alphabetically letters. Article. English has two forms of article, the definite article and a and n. A and n are definite article. The indefinite article, the is indefinite article. In addition, at times English nouns can or indeed must be used without an article. This is called the zero article. Listen again. In addition, at times English noun can or indeed must be used without an article. This is called the zero article. Some of the differences between definite, indefinite and zero article are fairly easy to learn. But others are not, particularly since a learner's native language may lack articles, may lack articles, have only one form or use them differently from English. Basically, when we will use the Urdu word alif, first alphabetical letter is alif and last one is ye. When these two words will come first, we will use the article a and n. A and n. Other we will use consonant article. A and n will use with the vowel and the we will use with the consonant. So, Jazakallah.